Hello, everybody, and welcome to Evening Spicy Podcast. We have the whole crew. We have a Nobby, we have a Liam, we have a Chris, and we have a Connor. Normally I let them introduce themselves, but I think we're trying to at least have some semblance of speed going on for this one, because we don't... Well, we don't want to lose Nobby halfway through, so that'd be nice. So,
Yep.
yeah. Welcome to everyone. Flirting with Max. I would love to. He is a lovely man. He's also French and therefore has a sexy accent.
Flirt.
I didn't run the intro fast enough. Probably not. It's got like a second and a half delay on it, so I've got to be careful. Anyway,
I turned my microphone off this time, so I didn't fuck it up.
this is true. I mean, he did talk through the last one, so this was relatively professional. Normally, I fuck it up at least twice, so we're getting better. Probably. Anyway, let's get rid of that. We probably should talk about some stuff, shouldn't we? We should probably get some Trilogy on.
What? There's a tournament.
I mean, there is a tournament. I played in a tournament today. It was great.
How did you do in the tournament today?
There was real people. I went 4-0 and I won the thing.
Well, that is a surprise. Did you play your stupid rebel list?
I did play my stupid rebel list. It is a very stupid rebel list. Lloyd almost beat me with 2 7B regen Jedi and Ahsoka. An incredibly good game considering how much of a hard matchup that is for him.
Good man, Lloyd. Good man.
Yeah, really, really good one.
I played real life X-Wing yesterday, and I took fire sprays, so I'm going to say very fucking little.
I haven't played real life X-Wing since the STO.
Which apparently was a month ago.
Yeah,
Right?
STO was
And
a month ago?
I still have laryngitis.
Oh,
I remember
God.
it fondly because out of all of us, I did the best.
Correct.
So we should probably start at the beginning. 186 Toncast is through. Kobe's flight school is not.
We did a proper Kobe and crashed out.
Max might have gone EXO. He might have done. But the rest didn't.
Max did win all his games. And to be fair, like it was a bloodbath of a round. We have recorded the Liam game. If we want to go over it later, but
Please no.
it was very much a case of we both took a bit of a gamble, and the dice that Liam needed at range 1 did not come out for him. And there was
the dice that Ollie needed at range 3 did, which totally made it fair and even.
And
And relatively brief.
How does Attracted Hera take no damage from a range 1 Chertek?
zero damage, nothing.
Yeah, but how does a Django take 3 damage for a range 3 air shot?
Because
You know
both
what's
of
even
those
worse?
both of those things happened. What's worse?
When over rocks still got actions.
Yep. Blame Nobby for that one. That's the TO's fault.
Contract people onto
My
rocks.
fault. I'm sorry, guys.
Not wholesome and fun. This is a poor rule set.
Alright, so let's take a run down the top 8. That's the first one, and that's easy. Kobe is out on 186 Toncast is in. So
Yep.
we're starting from the bottom to the top.
2-1,
That's
not a clean
unreasonable.
sweep. Shall we start at the bottom?
We're going to have to now, because Liam's bitched his way into it.
Jesus. Fair enough. Well, we have the underdogs are still underdogging.
Underdogs being
Flip
Top
and
and
Knob.
Knob? Are they the underdogs?
They went 0-3 in their group.
Oh yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, we
43rd.
did number them.
They're the dark horse. They're the ones that are going to go 0-3 in the group and then go and end up and winning it. That was our prediction, that we're going to have somebody who flunked out in the pods, got the groove back, and then just go through and win it. It could also be that Flipster's, decoder in the game. Maybe he's rigging the game. He's got
Oh, I don't know. I
secret
saw
switch
I saw his game on stream. He's not cheating.
there.
That man put the blank in a blank.
Oh wow.
But
Fair.
we've just finished actually pairing that match.
We have.
So I'm playing Flipster, so we'll find out how much he can cheat.
Yep, you're playing Flipster. I am playing against what am I playing against? You did the pairings this time.
Oh, I do his name. I've just forgotten. Ken O'Connell.
Okay, and he is using.
Kevin O'Connell
I mean, I've
is
got
a
lists.
lovely guy.
Let's find
In fairness,
Flip.
it seems to be a team of generally nice people.
I played Kevin O'Connell once. He's a South African living over in Scandinavia.
Yes. So we've got Grievous, Django, and DBS 404.
So before he said he was a nice guy, thankfully, before we mentioned the list.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an awful list choice.
Hasn't got an Antex in it.
And we've got another FO showdown with Dom versus Tommy.
Bombs versus Aces.
Remember that game, Molly? We've done that before.
We
Twice,
have done
in
that
fact.
before. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. Then over to the next one up here. Nobby, this one's yours.
All right, so we have actually done pairings for this. I'm going into the resistance list. So that's the 377Bs and Lumi into Rick's resistance, which is 2 X-wings, a Y-wing. What's it? The I-5 one with the extra actions.
Zori.
And I believe it's Kaz.
Ah.
So that will be an interesting match. We have where is the other pairing? So Tim. So Tim is flying a Darth Vader and 4 Darth Vader and Defender and 4 ties versus our Resistance, which is the Han, Lulu, Poe, and then our Empire, which also happens to be Darth Vader and 4 ties, will be going against the Django and I think I have Django something. Cerberus.
Yep.
So you're really well prepared for this event.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Well, I just whatever, throw out whatever. Yeah, us, Aaron's. We just whatever Aaron gets is what he gets. We don't care. I think he didn't want to first the separate list, but I was like, tough.
Yeah.
I have to pair whatever's good for me.
As we're going up, though, we should actually call this. So Flip Top and Knob won. Sit There Snapshots didn't. I called that the wrong way round.
Correct.
I think almost all of us did.
Connor, you called it the wrong way around despite having the results.
What?
They were 0-2, and you were like, you were going through your battle plan after standard. Well, while standard.
No. They were 1 before that happened. I meant on the last Spicy podcast. I called Sit There Snapshots. I called the 186 Soundcast because no shit. Panic Dice Math 100% called that matchup. So was anybody else right or wrong? I can't remember.
Well, we need to talk about that one, but we'll get to that in a second. For Panic Dice Math, I think all of us predicted that one. Let Me Out Here versus B Team. I think I went for B Team. But
I was hoping B Team. I was hoping B Team would win, simply because if they did, we could pair and play locally, because that's actually a local team.
Yeah.
And I had so much fun last week, even though I completely did really mean things to Sarah. And Sarah, if you're hearing this, I am so sorry.
He's not.
We actually we had a blast. Everybody enjoyed the game. We played, because if you don't know, if you didn't see the photo in the chat, we literally played 3 tables, 3 games, all at the same time.
Yeah.
No one had the pressure of, oh no, I've got to win this because we're down a game or anything like that. And we made a night of it. It was great.
Yeah.
So in-person play is actually.
It was really good to see the photo of all 3 of them in the team shirts against all 3 of them in the team shirts. That was great.
Very fucking cool.
Okay, guys, everybody, team shirts. I practiced an extra because I didn't trust Aaron would actually bring his.
Now I get to do this. If you ever see me in person,
Yeah.
I made my own.
I like it.
Your own team.
Well, it says Total Squad in the back. I just wanted a Canterbury shirt for travelling abroad, so I didn't have to keep on introducing myself.
Oh, right, yeah, fair enough.
So, shall we get the upset?
Oh, is it an upset? It's
I mean,
upsetting
this is
Olive.
true. Something about depth. I keep on betting against Singapore. I think the day that I bet for them, they're just going to lose horribly and prove me wrong. But I keep on betting against Singapore. I should never bet against Singapore, it seems. Something about depth.
Yeah. Not an awful lot of chat about this one in the Discord, to be honest. Just the scores, then silence. But Poland's gone.
I was expecting Poland to do it, but yeah, two matches, 2 wins.
Who lost the 2?
I believe it was
Ken and Glocka.
Ken and Golonka. Yeah.
Oh, they're two players you would bet on all day long.
Yeah.
Well, again, Singapore, they were third in the XTC.
And basically this is an XTC off. All of these guys.
One game too.
All of these guys were XTCs.
They also put Poland out, didn't they? Singapore did. They took the spot Poland was supposed to have.
Yes. So
unless you're Singapore,
I feel like
the spot Singapore were meant to have.
To be fair, like this is the thing. Are Singapore even the underdogs? Like they've done it twice now. They've earned their spot. Like you can call one, but two is hey.
Like no upset to Flip Knob and Tob. That next matchup is the one to watch. That is a lot of undefeated players and a lot of XTC players and a lot of skills.
Yeah.
All in one place.
And this is going to be good. So I mean, Cerberus Boy Steel Takers.
Sub. Have we announced the Steel Taker sub?
It's
Tom Reed going out, which is the lost to any team, replaced by 7-0 droid flying player Gary Colton.
Oh, not me.
Nope.
No, they wouldn't let him have Crispy either, Liam, remember?
No, but I made it to this far in the tournament.
We tried to get Chris in. Nobby wouldn't let us.
Thank you for trying.
Unfortunately, I have rules. I do have rules, and as much as I like to bend them sometimes, I try to treat everybody equally. Even the local team that's like getting stuck in floodwaters, and I said, sorry, you have to follow the same. I mean,
yeah.
Did you send me a big bribe there, Chris? Like asking me to? You know, I did say that you could bribe the TO. Just saying that.
Didn't go through. I think Venmo at like 500,000. So like, if I sent too much, then it probably didn't go through.
Ollie, have you kicked me out? Have you hidden my picture?
No, your video died like 10 minutes ago. I just assumed that you'd turn it off.
Oh no, hang on, I'll come back.
No, Liam,
Can't have this without the pretty man.
Am I back?
I'm
Not
pretty
yet.
sure you turned it off. Like.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the call and come back in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go murder a dog.
All right. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Is he coming back? There he is. There he is. That's his face.
You get to see him.
Cool.
Sorry about the self-banishment.
So, yeah, I think the important thing to watch here is Steel Takers versus Singapore. I mean, the Steel Takers have barely needed their third player to play a game.
Yeah.
They just keep on 2-0ing people and moving on. So
They didn't sweep us. They didn't sweep us. I just want that.
Well, whoever wins this match is going to be a solid front runner for the win.
yes, it's yeah. And if we have a look at it's going to be an interesting. Whereas, come on, do the thing. There we go. It's keeping up with me. So Singapore, we've got the Anakin with beef, which is always nasty. Followed by more beef, the defensive version. Followed by FO beef, which is always good fun. And then if we have a look at Steel Takers, we have Kez, who is basically as undefeated can be with his bombers.
First order nonsense.
Yeah. He is undefeated in this tournament. He's chasing down Nobby, even though Nobby has played an extra game. He's almost catching him on MOV.
No, it's scary.
I
told him he's got to keep his distance. Stay away, please.
Yeah. Dan Athy is doing very bad things to people with this. And
he's a lot of reps that list.
Yep. And then this is now Gary Colton, who turns out he's used to flying exactly the same droids and will probably do bad things.
It honestly, I mean, Tom Reed's an amazing player, but he's not a droid player. This might be an upgrade.
We'll see. But I want to watch these games. I think, yeah, it's going to be a really good set of matches here. It's going to be great.
Yeah, that'll be the fun one to watch. Now, the boys above. Anybody else call Steel Taker still being in contention? Oh, sorry, Fiesta Falcons still being in contention?
I'm backing Singapore. Singapore this
You're
time.
back in Singapore?
I learned my lesson last week.
We're gonna go back down in a second. We can do some predictions. Is Fiesta Falcons confirmed through, or are they?
No, there's. So as I said, one of the players is currently being flooded because we've had non-stop rain here, and it made it a little more complicated because I originally had a time, and then it was the player from 050 that couldn't play, so they delayed it. And now that because of the delayed it, and then now it's the other player from Fiesta Falcons that is, let's say, waterlogged. The creeks are basically flooding. He can't move. He can't get back home to where the computer is. So I'm just trying to give them till like later tonight to try and resolve. I've given them options for a sub, and they're just trying to reach out. And if they can get a sub and confirmed in and get a time booked in, then they go ahead and get a chance to play. But it's unfortunately for Fiesta Falcons, that's been the case of being flooded since Tuesday. I think we've had heavy rain, and so it's a 5-week delay versus a reschedule. And yeah, I'm trying to get it sorted, but they're 1-on-1. So yeah.
All right. Liam,
keep you guys posted. That's
Liam,
the only one.
Stop antagonising the chat.
Yeah, leave Fly Mighty alone, you arsehole.
There we go. Right. So in terms of this, and again Brisbane. So I think the big thing is that we had 4 Aussie teams knocked out of this round, mainly because there were 3 Aussie pairs.
Yep.
So we're finally cutting down your numbers purely because you're getting paired against each other.
Yes, Fly Mighty, we know.
You know, I totally rigged, right? Totally rigged. I mean, I figured that we had too much dominance, Australian dominance, coming into the top 16. That I was like, I'm just going to have to hog column one. It's simple as that.
Yeah, you're allowed to flex when we get to the end, and it's not 6 members of Tauntaun Squadron, or Tauntaun and Friends, or whatever we call ourselves, in the final. Because if that's the case, let's flex my feet.
I think Ollie's game wasn't streamed, so technically I have to DQ both of you.
Oh, I watched it, so there you go.
Oh, hey, that's not fair. That's not fair. You need to share.
Honestly, for everybody,
he didn't record it. It didn't happen. You'll have to DQ him.
We have the recording. It's not pretty.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it wasn't like it's a matchup I could have won, but it just didn't come off for me.
Ollie gave you back a shield on a May ability. I love you dearly. You're one of my favorite people. There is the fucking horse's chance in hell I was giving you that shield back.
To be fair, we both missed stuff, and we're like, yeah, just take it back. It's cool.
Yeah, May effects though. You may do this. Like, nah, just take a shield back. Like 40 seconds later, after your fucking dials are set.
At the same time, though, and I think it's fair to say that if you want to play a good game of X-Wing, you should make sure both of you make the right. Like you both need to acknowledge the board state as it is. And
right.
This is why we didn't want to record it, because we were both very tired and wanted to have a good game. So
as Max said, sadly we did not record the good game. Our game was very good. I mean, the scoreline wasn't, but the game was very good.
So, based on this, then we can't predict this. I predict an Aussie will go through. There we go. What do we? Because Nobby's already put his prediction out. He thinks that the Steel Takers are not going to do it. He thinks that Singapore, because Singapore keep on winning, so Nobby's betting on Singapore.
Currently, Liam owes me a shot on stream, which he will be doing. I am more than happy to match that to you, Nobby, that Steel Takers take down Singapore, shot for shot.
Shot for shot. Oh, okay. I think I can do that. We're talking whiskey, right? Like that's easy. This is like medicine.
The whiskey of your choice, but, and I will remind you, it's a proper fucking shot glass. No pissing about. That's a good 90 mils.
Easy.
Rock and roll.
Well, I don't ever have. I will go out and get one of those.
I would post you one, but A, they're all gone, and B, it would cost me 40 quid to post it to you. And it would arrive in 612 pieces. So.
Yeah. So
the jigsaw.
Oh look! Oh look! Oh look! Oh look!
So
he's ready.
While Liam is having a nice drink of apple juice in the background.
Yeah, apple juice. That's right. Yeah, nice save.
Yeah, we're all good.
Am I doing it?
Yeah, come on. Come on.
So I think. Okay, I'm going to make a slightly bolder prediction here. Steel Takers versus Singapore. I think that this is going to be the first round that Kez loses a game.
Good luck, mate.
But I think that Steel Takers are going to win it.
I don't know the matchups are, do you?
No, but with all the beef out there, I think Kez is finally going to meet his beefy match. There's too much health for those bombs to take, but I think the other two are in a perfect position to, no matter what Kez gets, I think the other two will win. So I'm going to put my bet on Steel Takers.
I still think it's probably going to be 3-0, but I'll just take my watching Nobby through alcohol back at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Kez can absolutely win it. Like Kez has been an utter monster with that list. But if there's anyone that is going to force him to have a bad day, these three lists are not the best for him.
No. I'm going to remind the chat that Nobby is in Australia, and we do podcasts at night in the UK. So he will start Monday morning with 90 mils of whiskey.
Unless we can convince everyone else to do it on a Saturday, but yes.
Unless Singapore beats Steel Takers.
Do it a day earlier. I do have work.
Yeah.
And they might go, actually, what we have to do it very early to give me a chance to detox.
Yeah. So what are we? We're going to our last couple, Liam and Chris. What do you think on Steel Takers versus Singapore?
I can't go against the Steel Takers. Like, I've met Kez, I've met Athi, I've met Colton. They're all lovely people, but most importantly, they are some of the best players I have known. So, Singapore are a good team, but I know how good Kez is. I've never seen Kez partway through a game up on points. He always comes from behind.
I mean, Kez and Colton are the only two members of the XCC who went 7-0 in this West.
Good point.
I trust the Steel Takers here. I think it's just going to be a 2-0, and they're not even going to bother playing the third game.
Well, at this point in time, the third player has to, at some point, fucking play his game.
True.
Yeah.
Imagine if Colton has joined the team and doesn't have to play a game.
Yes, Gary Colton has been swapped in for Tom as Tom's computer got childed.
Yeah, small children. They lick things. They have basically 2-0'd every round, yes. Tom has not had to play many games.
He has played any game yet, right? He's played one, right?
I think he's only played one.
Didn't he play in like the in the group phase?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
But he played in the group phase, but then since then.
Yeah. So.
We needed him once.
Let me out of here versus Panic Dice Math, just to remind everyone of the lists. Actually, yeah, let's just go through the list one more time. So we've got the Django Grievous DBS, Vader for Academies, and the Bastion Beef, with Zori in there as well, versus obviously Nobby's Jedi thing. We got Bobber and Emon. Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Sorry.
No.
Panic Dice Math.
Panic.
There we go. We've got Nobby's thing.
Roll it again. Yep.
Nobby's thing. We have Vader Academies, and we have the Go Anywhere You Like Han. So, what do we think for Nobby versus the world?
I'll go Panic Dice Math. I actually am not a big fan of your list setup for this round, but you've both got the reps again.
Again, an average list with a seasoned player is better than a seasoned list with an average player. So,
yeah, sounds like good takes.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of this is going to come down to pairing. Nobby, what did you say the pairs were?
So we got our Darth Vader into the Django Grievous 404. And
you're fine.
Which, so Darth Vader can win that. To be honest, and since probably they're listening, the only one we didn't want to do was me into Django Grievous 404. Then we have me, the Jedi's into the Resistance Beef. Which I'm okay with. Like it's a beef list, yeah. And then we had our Resistance with the Han, Poe, Lulu into Darth Vader and 4 ties.
Yeah, I think you've got the right pairings. The Vader one might struggle, but I think the other two you should be okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Is it our assessment too? It was like Aaron, yeah, whatever. We don't care. You just throw whatever you get. we got to watch these two pairings, and
yeah. And of course, if Lulo can get the block on Vader, then Poe and Han can make him very sad.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, how big is the ego? Are we fairly happy with this one?
Okay. So my take on this matchup is we're either going to win 3-0 or we're going to win 2-1, and I'm going to lose my game. Having just done the pairings, I think you're going to fucking sweep. And I think Dom's got a tough game, but slight advantage. And I think I'm the only underdog in our team.
Yeah. So to give you an idea of the pairings, we've got Connor against what is essentially Kanan says no to your attack dice. Plus you got Fen and you have Zuckus, so they get a lot of attack dice back. Myself, I get to play another version of a Separatist Fire Spray. I'm pretty good at eating those so far, so we'll see what happens. And then... What? It's only because I've beaten 2 of you in the chat. And yeah, the Dom one is going to be a cracking game, and I really want to watch it because Bombers versus Aces. I mean, it could be over very fast either way, but
There's
I feel
a lot
like...
of experience on the list for both players as well.
Yeah.
Bobby's been playing that solely, and he plays it well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a situation where a Proxmine just pops an I6. I mean, you know what that's like, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
and you have got Von Reg, and Von Reg only has 4 health, so we'll see. Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly pop into the other room, make sure my small animal is okay. I'm going to hand over to Connor because...
Although you need to put the right screen on, but yes.
Yeah. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to set it up. Which way round? Do we want it this way round?
Whatever you can see and read. That would be upside down.
Oh, upside down? Really?
I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. I'm looking at the flaming...
There we go.
Sorry.
Right, I'm sorry. Vince has wound me up. 5 BAs are not bad. They are brilliant ships when flown well.
You guys could fight that one out in a minute.
Yes.
All right, well, Ollie gets a rabbit. I'm going
Yeah.
to briefly explain this. I run an event twice a year. It's called Keeping It Family. The only entrant requirement is that you are not a arse, and that you've got a little note on my Discord that says you're not an arse or something similar. Now, I had hoped to extend to quite a few more people, and next time I'm going to double the size of it because there's a lot of people in Europe, especially who I have played against that I have got marked, and we just haven't got space. And our waiting list is currently 3 or 4 people. So, assuming that they haven't killed the game, I will be making plans to make this a larger event. So, what is happening tonight is, for those who are playing and are currently online, is we've got 24 names. Everybody wanted to play a team event. Nobody wanted to play a clique team event. So, the names are going to be randomly drawn. At the minute, the way it's going to work is, well, it's got 1 Arsenal Rich, but I kick you out and everybody gets upset. I'm going to flick over the names. We're going to pair into 8 teams of 3. They'll be randomly chosen. Everybody must play a different faction, and it will be chosen exactly the same way Nobby's event is. But at the minute, the vote is we're playing 2.5. I'm not voting or commenting. So I'm aware this might only be of interest for a small number of you, but we thought we'd do it anyway. Maybe not. Maybe you'd like to see who's going to play with who. So, who else have I got in this room? Everybody. So, let's give you all some promotion. And, Crispy, would you like to flip a card? Cormac Higgins. Liam?
Papa, is this to go with Cormac?
Yep. Daniel Athey. Okay,
God,
that's already fun.
This is already done.
And Knobs.
This one.
Look it up. Fun Walk.
Oh, fun walk.
The Germans are coming. First one, Gary Colton.
Where am I? I want to be on this team.
Crispy, flick me one. Flip them. Ollie Pocknell.
Oh.
No.
Liam. Rich Polly.
That's a team and a
It's a
half.
strong team, but it's not reshuffleable territory. I don't think it's fucking close. But all right, Knobs.
Go this one.
Fill up Pond. Playing with Oliver Williams.
Also known as the Buy.
And Crisp. Give me my last player for Team C. Kevin, whose surname has escaped me, but the guy from Dublin who is also German. Liam, start us off on rack 3. Steve Milligan, Canadian, first time entrant. He made the top 32 in Eldron. Knobs.
Yeah, let's go this one.
We've got Nobby.
Hey, I picked me.
Australia and Canada are playing with America. That is Team International, right fucking there. USA, Australia, and Canada. That is the most expensive postage by a long way. You guys had best not win. Fortunately, there are participation prizes, so it doesn't really matter. All right, I'm going to grab Adam Freeman.
Ooh.
And he's going to go with Liam. Flick me a card. Me.
Ooh.
The best looking, in fact, player in this event and team. Excellent. And Crispy, give me my last teammate, please. Lou the Lunatic. Canada, England, and Northern Ireland. Who's up? Liam? Simon Willis. It says Wells, but it's Willis. Crispy? Dom Flanagan. And Nobby. Sam Thub. Now, that's something of, that is actually 3 people who all haven't paid in yet. Hilariously. So we're going to call that team sub for now. I'm going to start off the next one.
And then
Chris Burnett. Nobby, check my card. Liam Baker. We've got a decent start. And somebody else grab me a card. Who's first out? There you go. Crispy, go for it. Ben Hibbert. Now, I should be able to work out who the last team is, but I'm not going to be able to do it very quickly in my head, so let's just peel it over here. It's going to be Kester Smith. No, it's not. It's not. He's not playing.
no, he's stubborn, isn't he?
Matt Hart, Jonathan Beatty, and Joe Churchman. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are your teams. I will be putting that graphic in. And unlike last time, you're going to be allowed to name your own teams.
What? So I can name my team?
You can name your team if you're the captain of it.
Who is the captain?
That is entirely up to your team.
Okay.
This is not a jury service. You're not first name out.
It's me. I'm the captain. And my team name is... It's the other one that Nobby didn't pick. This will be
Richard,
Family
the
Fortunes.
reason I didn't reshuffle it. I just know the strength of the entire field. In fact, there really was only 1 or 2 combinations I was going to reshuffle. And Kester's not in here anymore, and it was only 1 or 2. Like Liam, Dom, and Ollie weren't playing together. That sort of thing. Okay, cool. So this event does not start until April, until everybody's had a chance to get their heads together on what this thing looks like. And I will keep it up and running for everyone. Crispy, you absolute fucking hero. Although there's only 6 teams on it, but thanks.
There are 8? What?
Oh, there are 8 now. Wow, that's weird. That is perfect. You're a gentleman of Saint Scholar.
So just when you... there's going to be a pairing process each round, just like the trilogy, is that right?
Exactly the same way.
Put one out. Yeah. So just quickly, one thing with that is that I find that normally when you do the pairing process, you'll have one good match and one 50-50 match and one bad matchup, just generally because of the way the pairing process works. So it keeps it exciting.
Are we using the same pairing process for this as we are the other one?
We are, because it's only 3 players again.
Sweet. Okay.
And you're gonna have a month to get used to the game, and then I will keep everybody a little updated. And if anybody else ever wants to play in one of these, just drop me a DM. The price for it is in fairness ridiculous. It is a full set of Louis' top end stuff, So the Beskar tokens, I've got 2 full sets of challenging coins, and then I've got the Force and Shield tokens I got made for the STO, the ones from Buy the Sim token.
Yep.
And along with that, there'll be dials, and there'll be all manner of the shit as I come up with as we go along.
Really nice and shiny. Well, on that note, yeah, sorry, shorter than normal, just because I need to make sure that my small little fluffy bunny is okay. That is not a euphemism. Genuinely, my rabbit is. I just want to make sure that they're okay. They haven't had too much water over the last day or so, seem to be eating okay now. So they're just grumpy at me, which is entirely fine. Anyway, anyone else have anything else they want to add?
I think so. We called next round. We have called next round. Everything's currently working out nicely.
I think the winners.
It's gonna be one hell of a top 4.
I think the winners are either Steel Takers or the 186 Tawncast.
I currently agree, but I want to see what happens with the rest of them first.
I think Singapore versus Steel Takers is going to be a big game. But then again, Nobby won the last team event he entered. So I mean, if we just go back to to that challenge for a second, if we have a look at the teams.
What was the last team event Nobby entered?
It was the American one, wasn't it?
The Crazy Cup.
Yeah.
Wasn't the XTC?
No. The one after
You're
that.
such a bitch.
I mean, we could mention.
Had so much trouble beating the buy. Right? Let's not go there.
We could mention that at least he played in the XDC, but I suppose that's.
Ollie, do you want to throw the picture up that I sent you after our game?
I feel like we should.
Oh, and while you're doing that, can Crispy explain why he didn't enter FAM when it was open?
Not gonna lie, I had no idea what it was about, so I just didn't register for it at all.
Well, I know it's a waiting list of 3 people. I mean, one thing I love about these little events I run, I give people a decent amount of time to be told when I'm going to set it up, and then registration closes 4.5 hours later.
I mean, seems fair.
I do try and give the Yanks and the Aussies time to pre-reg so that they're not fast asleep when that happens. But...
Admittedly, some context for this photo, we had just started talking about pairings for the next round with Liam in the room, so...
Yeah, we didn't get that right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Liam.
It's okay.
It's fine.
I'm used to it.
No, you're not. You'll get me back for it.
Yeah, but only in practice games. It's less fulfilling.
No, to be fair, I harvested tears today. My first 3 rounds, I lost a single ship in 4 rounds. It was disgusting.
Yes, your list is absolutely and completely abusive.
Yep. It's dead soon, so I thought I'd give it one more run out.
Which if he was allowed to do it, I think.
Connor, is there a prize for the best team name?
I'll think of something.
Well,
I can do that, but best of team name is going to be subjective. It's going to be based on my call, and if it's vastly offensive, it's probably not going to get pegged.
Oh, we've lost.
So, on that note...
Mine's more offensive than the last one I used.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, Nobby got to choose the best out of 2 awful ones, so... Yep.
So blame Nobby?
Yeah, I'm not coming up with the Smack Talk prize, but I have to come up with something relatively similar.
Yeah, this is true.
Because that was a full-time fucking job to win that goddamn fucking pin.
Connor went hard. Connor went hard.
Did you win it?
I did. He has not announced this, but he's told me. It was meant to close. It was meant to close weeks ago.
The idea with it was because at the start of the event, previously we had a prize because the previous one was in person, and so it was announced at the start of the event. But because I also want to keep it going and say, hey, there's no more prizes, actually, I let it go because he's already won one, but there was more than one to give away. And so I was like, okay, Connor, you've got one, so you can shut up now. It's okay, but you keep it going, keep the thread going. I'm just keeping on a couple of tabs on. I'll mention towards the end when the prizes go out who's going to get some bonuses, because I've accumulated a few little goodies as I go around, and there was also was it Roku in with a learning permit for a couple of those ships that flew off the board or on the rock or did something silly. I wasn't just going to automatically win award a pin, but there was a couple of games I think that I recorded, like a dash flying off the board and I think a Django. That I've got in there. And if I see, and this is why I was also promoting you should stream your games, because if you did something silly accidentally or just like an oh no moment, then that puts you in the running to win one of those pins. So.
Oh, yeah, that's like every game I play.
What did you stream the last one?
What were you saying, by the way, about putting this as a round robin for the top 4?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So one of my ideal way I wanted to do it was that, like, I find that if you play all the games at the same time, it just makes that a little bit more exciting.
It does make it cool.
But it's really fucking difficult for us, Nobby, because you guys are all.
Yeah, I know that, and that's. Well, wait. If it's just you guys, it's difficult, and everybody else is easy, so that means we should do it.
Well, if it's only UK players in the top 4,
I mean, if
again, that's fine as well.
If we can,
the reason is, and I put it out to the top 4, and it's going to be a unanimous group. If it's 3 and 1 says no, I just keep it as it is. But the idea would be that it'd be a 6-hour period, right? And if we can all get an agreement on like a Saturday, then you can play out all, like a round robin, and you get the winner and the first, second, and third place based off that. It also means that you can just have this like 1-day event effectively, and then we get all of it done. Otherwise, it's going to be another 3 weeks. And I was also then go, if the top 4 do agree, then we can go. Okay, look, have a week break. Get your pairings and your planning done before the event, and we actually still get it because you're doing it all in one day. You're doing 3 weeks worth in just the one. Session. So,
I can't really do from the 2nd of April until the 16th of 2nd of March until the basically April's done.
No. It's a short answer here, I'm afraid.
April's not a good time.
What makes you say you're going to get in the top 8 anyway?
That's true. And if we're out, me and Ollie will be a problem. If we're not, that's not happening.
Yeah.
I can't even begin to tell you why I can't do that.
All right.
That was my hope, but it was.
I can't do it either.
Yeah, I know you can't do it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well,
the Spicy Podcast has 3 players remaining out of 5. What will next week bring?
Yes. Well, we'll see what happens. But thank you to everyone. Thank you to Connor. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Liam, who's poofed again. And thank you to Nobby. And thank you from me. And we will see you hopefully very soon. But have yourselves a lovely evening or morning or wherever you are. Good day at work, Nobby. And bye-bye. See you all soon.